Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I guess I'm returning to you for another review. This is another album review for Puddle of Mud, Ubiquitous, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but this is their new album that is coming out tonight at midnight. But I got to listen to it early because I downloaded it to listen to it. So basically, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the follow-up to Welcome to Galvania, Ubiquitous, if I'm pronouncing it right, by Puddle of Mud, and let you know my thoughts on this album overall. It is 11 songs for a runtime of over 40 minutes, so let's dive into this album review. Now, it starts with the first song, which was the first single, My Baby, and that's the only single they've dropped for the album, which I'm glad that they did. But I'm going to be honest, it wasn't a good single. I mean, Wes's vocals is just not connecting with me. I don't know what it is, but it sounds awful with how he's singing it. And instrumentally, it was good. I'll give it that. That was the good part of the song. The way Wes is singing it at times is mid to very bad. So, it's a miss for me, this track, so 2.5 out of 5. I did a track review for this song, I think with another song that I reviewed a little bit ago, a few weeks ago or something like that, I can't remember, but basically I wasn't a fan of this My Baby song. It was just disappointing, so nope. Dance With Me is just garbage. It I I don't know. It's a something track. It did something to me. It just made me kind of dislike the song. I was listening to Wes's vocals, and there was a drum breakdown in the chorus that did sound alright, but this song was kind of a clusterfuck of a mess, so 2 out of 5. Wes's singing vocals is just kind of plain garbage in this track. It just sounds whiny and cringy. Then comes Cash and Cobain. I think this song would, when he sings Cash and Cobain kind of thing, it doesn't have a vibe where I kind of like it, but at the same time, the rest of the track is like a country rock, hard rock song, and it does not do so well with the mixing. And this song is just atrocious. So, 2 out of 5. I mean, I liked the beginning of the track, and when he said Cash and Cobain, or sung Cash and Cobain, that was alright. The rest of the track just spoke for itself in a bad way, so 2 out of 5. Butterface is one of the worst fucking songs for this album. I really hate how Wes is singing the track. He says Butterface kind of thing. It was awful with how he was singing the track, and just the way the song came across as with the melody, this song was annoying and bunch of bullshit. So I was not happy with this track at the end of the day. So 0.5 out of 5. One of the worst tracks for this album. Then comes Candy, and that's a mellow track that I kind of think is a alright song. It's average. Some of Wes's vocals, sorry about that. I was eating dinner a little bit ago. Cheeseburger macaroni and some biscuits, so sorry about that. That thing coming out of my mouth, it just happened at a freak moment. Candy is an average song. I don't hate it. I'm in the middle with this track. There are some good points with the piano work that sound nice, but Wes's vocals kind of do it and kind of not do it with his potential. So 3.5 out of 5. Running out of time. I think Wes's vocals kind of sound very annoyish, meaning annoying. There are some moments where I like certain sections, like the drum work is alright, but I don't think he can hit that vocal range like he used to back in the day. I miss the old Puddle of Mud. This new direction Puddle of Mud's going in is sounding cringy and not good. So 2.5 out of 5 for Running Out of Time. In my opinion, I wasn't a fan of this song. I mean, the verses were fine and strong, and some of the instrumental was good, but my biggest gripe with the song is Wes's vocals. They don't do it for me. Man in the Mirror is okay. I don't hate it. I'm in the middle with this song. But how Wes is singing it, it's alright. But melody-wise, it has its hits and misses. So, 3 out of 5. You Wrecked Me is a disappointing track. I just don't like Wes's annoying vocals when the chorus comes in or he repeats You Wrecked Me. It kind of sounds bad. And the mixing was a little off with this track. And some of the instrumentation is okay, but it's just the way Wes is singing it. It sounds fucking awful. So 2.5 out of 5. Then comes Complication, and that's another okay track. I don't really hate this song. I just don't think this track is my favorite, but it's a little bit of a highlight for the album, but not in the best way. It's just mid. I'm kind of meh with this track, so 3 out of 5. It was dragging on for 4 minutes and 15 seconds, I can tell you that, but it just wasn't my favorite track, not like Candy was. That was probably the only slightly strongest track, but it was average. So 3 out of 5 for Complication. Then comes California, and that's disappointing. I don't really like how the melody's sounding and how the instrumentation is sounding. It has its hits and misses. But Wes's vocals don't do it for me. I'm just really disappointed with how it sounds with his vocals. It just doesn't sound good. So 2.5 out of 5. Then comes Poke Out My Eyes. This song is all over the place, and I was trying to like some aspects of the drum work because it was trying, but my biggest gripe with the song is that it's Wes's vocals is sounding awful in this track, and he says, "Poke out my eyes," and other lyrics like that sound kind of awful with some of the lyrics. This song is kind of all over the place, so it's a 2 out of 5 for me. Overall, production, mixing, and execution-wise, I think this was one of the worst albums I heard, worse than Olivia Rodrigo's new album. So, this was not a good album at all. It was Puddle of Mud at their worst. I mean, Welcome to Galvania wasn't their best album, but it was okay. The Uh-Oh song, yeah, that wasn't great. Looking back at it now, I think Uh-Oh was just not really that good. It kind of sounded awful with how he was singing it, but this album just isn't the epitome of garbage. So I'm really disappointed with Puddle of Mud and the direction they're going in. So that's just my opinion and how I feel about this band's new direction with their music. So first score for me, I'm giving Puddle of Mud Ubiquitous. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. This album sucks in my opinion. I can't stand Wes's vocals in this album. And the last album, yeah, it was kind of mid, but I think the last album was a little better than this. This new album is hot garbage, so I'm really not feeling for this album, in my opinion. But hey, if you guys like it, more power to you. This is just one of the worst Puddle of Mud albums I've listened to. Usually their music is hit or miss, but I think their older music was probably a little bit better than what this is. It's just, I liked up to the Famous album, and I think the 2009 album was hit or miss. Then after that, they did one more album, and then they went on hiatus until Welcome to Galvania came out in 2019. And now this album, the follow-up. So this follow-up was hot garbage. So 3 out of 10, I meant to say. Sorry if I said 9 out of 10. 3 out of 10 for Puddle of Mud Ubiquitous. Thank you guys for watching this album review. Sorry for messing up with what I said. Just 9 out of 10 came out of nowhere. I don't know. My rating system in my head was just all fucked. So, thanks for watching this album review.